we went through a period where kids were taught or directed to go to college. This is the only way you're going to make anything out of yourself. You got to go to college. Yeah. And over time, we've seen a transition where, we have lost a need, not lost a need, but we lost a desire for skilled laborers. New batteries.
New batteries, man. We rolling. Got new batteries. Right. The video is going.
Fantastic.
All right.
Fantastic.
All right. I guess welcome to the ProfitDig construction show, recorded here in Dixon, Tennessee, at the ProfitDig headquarters.
Yes, sir.
Chris, how you doing?
I'm well, Jerry. How are you?
Good. Yeah, Spencer.
Yeah, man. That was better, but I got over it.
All right, yeah. No, that's the way we roll right here.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
We went to the bar and had some beers.
We did. Had to eat.
Some wings, some beer and wings.
Yep.
You know what? I didn't even think about getting my phone out and making you do some construction wing man.
That's a good thing. I get tired of that.
I know you do. I know it annoys the shit out of you. Y'all, it's hard to come up with content constantly. It's like, if y'all just come over to ProfitDig.com and get a subscription, we wouldn't have to.
That, or give us some things to talk about.
That's
some
true.
topics you want to talk about. Because we haven't, it's hard, like you said, because we find ourselves talking about the same things from, hopefully different perspectives, but still.
Yeah.
Well, we do it.
We're open for suggestions if there's something that
We want to help the people.
That's kind of the whole point of this.
We want you all to be very successful in your construction business.
Whatever concerns you may have or questions you may have about content or something we haven't touched on or reached, gave you the answer you're looking for, please reach out and give us a question. We'd be more than happy to try to answer. We're not guaranteeing that we're going to be right, but we'll definitely give you our opinion.
Exactly. And if there's something that you want to share, or if there's a question you'd like to ask and you want to share your company information, we'll be happy to plug it, on the show here as well.
It's a pretty cheap and easy way to get publicity.
It is free advertising.
Yep.
So there you go.
Well, all right. Well, let's get into it.
Okay, let's go.
So, I thought we would just kind of look at some news items and kind of give our feedback on. So there's this one website I like, forconstructionpros.com. Seems like a pretty good publication.
I've been to this website.
And we're looking at this article, 5 good things happening in construction right now. Man, that's great, to have something positive to talk
You'd
about.
rather see an article with any good things to talk about right now, especially if it's financial related.
There's a lot of negativity.
Anything that use fuel,
Anything that uses fuel. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Jeez,
yeah.
including our bodies and food.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Baby formula.
Yeah, don't even start there. That's awful. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I'm not a new parent right now.
Yeah.
Jesus, that'd be stressful.
I mean, there's some people who are really stressed out about that right now. That's a big deal.
Crazy.
And that's I know we're not gonna go political, but
No.
our government should not have put us in such a poor state that we're having to import baby food from other countries because we can't.
It brings the question, what did humans do before baby formula existed?
Right? They got by.
They breastfeed for the most part. I bet there's a lot more people breastfeeding.
I mean, there's a recipe out there like for K-roll syrup and
That's right. There's these old timey recipes.
Yeah.
You can make your own
formula and
But I've heard if you post it, they'll get blocked. Like you're not allowed to share.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt a bit.
I think some of that's true.
Then I saw one person was blocked. Let's not go down.
We are free speech advocates around
We
here.
are free speech advocates.
we're working off of the 5
good things happening.
5 good things. Yeah.
Yes, 5 good things happen is the article we're looking at.
And we're not building formula, so
That's right.
That's true. Number 1, increasing industry interest.
That's great.
And we've talked about this before, Jim, how there has been this push among high schools nationwide. Every kid's got to go to college. Everybody got to go to college. And we've ended up where there are many people who actually know how to do stuff, build things, fix things. So according to this article here, with the escalating cost of colleges and the fact that a lot of these kids can't even find jobs, there's rising interest now in real work.
Yeah.
It says, I guess in a survey, the proportion of high schoolers who are considering a 4-year education has plummeted from 71% to 48% since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, which is, and what is increasing is enrollment in trade schools.
Yeah, which is fantastic, and I'm not surprised. And I saw some poll they were talking about on the news one day, and I don't know what the numbers were, but it was pretty staggering. And I tell you what, these universities, they are in panic mode.
Yeah.
They're like, they just lost 30% of their business.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because they're businesses. That's what they are. Yeah. You know, it's. Yeah.
That's very good.
So does tuition go up to compensate, or does tuition go down to try to draw more people in?
I would think they're going to have to reduce tuition because, you know, it's now the competition is fierce.
You know what? Also, free market.
It would have been good if this would have happened when my kids were going to college.
Yeah.
Sure.
Free market economics may also play a part in what they're teaching at these universities. And
Good. Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. Well, and not to mention that you had a lot of kids paying a lot of tuition to take an online course because they weren't allowed to have in-person classes for a long time. Like,
it's
who
generally
the hell wants to pay that much tuition?
It's generally like 20-25% more than it is sitting in a classroom.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. Yeah. You know, just like our kids, you know, when they had to do, like when Corona hit, they had to come home and work from home. And these online courses, it went up like 20-25% to get these online classes.
Wow.
Yeah. And like my son, you know, 90% of his stuff was hands-on, and he missed like 6 months of hands-on work that he never got. We didn't get no refund for it.
You didn't get a refund? No.
No.
And that's training he lost.
Exactly.
So he was having to probably work a little extra hard to make up for it.
But, you know, in the question that Jerry just asked off of the website there, you know, we went through a period where kids were taught or directed to go to college. This is the only way you're going to make anything out of yourself. You got to go to college. Yeah. And over time, we've seen a transition where, like, you know, we have lost a need, not lost a need, but we lost a desire for skilled laborers. And so what's happened is, like, you know, we as parents have pushed our kids off to go to college to where they can get the most out of their bang for their buck. They can go out and get an office job to where they're not out in the hot sun.
But they can't come home and fix anything that's wrong around the house.
No, right. Exactly. But, you know, what's bad now is, like, the skilled labor and stuff you need, they're raised up on a farm, they're raised up in construction, and they know how to work. They've been working since they were like small children. You know, their dads or grandddads have taken them out, you know, and taught them in the construction industry and the farming industry. You know, most of our best guys that we have that are best operators and stuff have actually come off a farm from running tractors and everything else. They've just got it's like it's not really bred in them, but, you know, they have an understanding of machinery and what it does and what it takes to operate it. And, you know, how can you compete nowadays when you walk past, like, all of us go to Target. You know,
sometimes.
Yeah, well, we go, you know, I mean, like once a month. You know, my wife goes more than I do.
Well, but you live closer to Target.
Right, yeah, right, we do. But, you know, when you walk in, you see a sign on the door that says starting positions $22 an hour.
$22 an hour at Target? Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
To push buggies in. Yeah. Help wanted. Starting position $22 an hour. Like 2 weeks ago, saw this.
That's why it costs 30% more to fill your basket.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Big Mac is $10.
Right. And not counting on the fuel surcharge they're charging, you know, because of the fuel increase to ship stuff to Target. It's not just Target. I mean, I'm sure Walmart's doing stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah. But they just happen to have a sign posted, you know, on the door right there, $22 an hour for starting positions.
Wow. You know what hasn't gone up? ProfitDig.
Wages.
Oh well. They may if you have a ProfitDig subscription, but the cost of ProfitDig has not increased. Yeah.
All right, Jeff, I kind of hate to even ask this, but now I'm curious, what can a kid make starting out hard labor on a construction site?
Well, it's the same, you know, our laborers and stuff, you know, and most people's laborers, like, we try to stay within a market of what everybody's, because we have people to leave, and one thing when they leave, we ask them, you know, why are you going? They're like, well, we got more money. 50 cents on an hour, $1 an hour, whatever it may be. Excuse me. But laborers right now are starting off between $17 and $18 an hour. Pipe layers are $19, $20 an hour. Operators are running like $22 to $25 an hour. Foremans are running anywhere from $65,000 to $75,000 a year. Superintendents are running like $75,000 to $85,000 a year. And I mean, like, just to put this in perspective, you know, like superintendents and foremans today are making the same salary like project managers were 2.5, 3 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of flip flop.
At the starting level, then why don't I just go push buggies at Target?
Well, it's all in what your heart desires. I mean, it's like what you want to do. Target, you're not going to learn much. I mean, you're gonna know how to push a buggy from here to there. You're gonna know how to stock shelves. But you know, if you want to be a handyman and learn how to build something, you know, construction is going to carry you on through.
Oh yeah. You want to get to foreman and project manager.
Right.
You know.
And it's a trade that's going to teach you skilled labor. Target's not going to teach you skilled labor.
Well, and each Target location has one manager, right, per shift. So you probably have more opportunity for growth in construction because you got multiple crews.
Right, exactly.
I mean, and as that company grows.
And so that's the thing. And if at the construction level, you can actually build a career out of it.
Yeah. And as you're working in construction, I mean, you're going to be working around other trades. I mean, whether you be in the excavation and grading and excavating side, your own sites, you're working with, you know, like structural contractors, concrete contractors, so on and so forth. So you're going to learn multiple trades. You're going to see stuff. You know, you're working right here, right now, but you may see something on a site that piques your interest. You know, maybe you want to be, you want to go from earthwork into structural.
Sure.
And you may not know that until you see it. Like, man, you know, that's something I want to do. I want to build something. You know, like in my business, you know, we do grading and utilities. So everything we done, you know, we go in, it's like, you know, hey, we did this, you know, I was telling my family, you know, we done this project here, done that project here. Oh, did you work on it? No, we done, you know, all the parking lot and all that stuff out there. You see these hot boxes out here, you know, these valves, and well, that's nothing there, you know. They don't really, see much.
Well, there's a whole lot going on under
right,
the surface.
Right.
But
they don't see that because it's a finished product.
Right.
They don't see all the work and the effort that goes into it. But, you know, you look at a structure that's sticking above ground, like, man, that's massive. That's impressive. You know, I'm really, you know, but we didn't have anything to do with that. We done everything else around that, you know.
Right.
We prepared the site for them to do that.
I was going to say, yeah, but it wouldn't be there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just kind of the way, you know, you look at things. You know, our guys, we know they do good quality work. We have GCs and stuff, you know, that ask for certain foremans by name. That's a good feeling because they know, well, I know that our guys that went out and done a quality job that they appreciate. And we always, you know, strive to try to finish on time. And if we're going to be delayed, we'd never put a GC or a contractor or a client off. Let me rephrase it. We do put them off, but we'll call them ahead of time, like, hey, man, you know,
Right.
or send them an email, you know, like, I'm sorry, I told you I'd be here, you know, it's starting in 2 weeks, but, you know, some stuff's come up. I need to push it back 2 weeks.
Right. You're not calling the day before.
Right, exactly.
To drop
we
the
try to
news
let them
that
know
you're
as
gonna
soon as
be
we
a
know that we
project
can't
delay.
make it there. But, you know, when you, and everybody from the biggest GC to the smallest GC, they have the same issue. You know, they have subs that call in at the last minute, and they have subs that try to give them as much notice as possible. And that's the ones they want to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
But even when we start a job late, we generally stay within our schedule. You know, we generally finish on time or before time. Yeah.
So if you start late, you just work harder.
Work harder, yeah. That's another thing, you know, all these increases, in pay over the last couple of years, I know we said we're going to talk politics, so I ain't going to say them bad, but a lot of it goes back to politics. But anyway,
I'm sure it does.
but
Yeah.
all these labor increases and wage increases, I've still got a production rate. I've still got to be market value.
Right. Because you can't just go in and just suddenly increase all of
Right.
your rates.
Right, 'cause
you
I
still
bid
got-
myself out of work.
Right. You still got competitors.
Yeah, I got to compete with them. And so what I do is like, when our guys want raises or it's time for them to have raises, I just tell them, like, hey, we're giving some pretty good raises here. So what I do is like, I speed up my production, because if I don't, my material still costs me the same as my competitors.
Right.
So I may be paying my guys more than what my competitors do, but by God, if you want to make this money, you're going to have to bust your ass.
Right.
Because, I had you at certain, so many yards per hour to move this dirt. I had you at so many linear feet per hour to lay this pipe. So now I've increased that production because you want this raise. So now you're going to work a little harder, because if you don't, I can't pick up work and your ass is gone.
Right. But money motivates too.
It does.
So hopefully, in a perfect world, everyone's rates or pay rate increases, and you just have to pick up production.
Yeah, that's the only way I can offset it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of math. You have bid the job at a certain rate.
Yeah.
And so if that rate goes up, you account for that with faster production.
That's right, faster production. Because, like I said, your materials and supplies you got to have, me and you bidding against each other, we're going to be within 1 or 2% of our material costs and supply costs. Because, we're going to have the same material, same supply needs. And so the only way I can beat you and still make money is I got to increase my production. That was one question. What was the next one?
We had a pretty good little conversation just about
That's
point
really
number
good.
one.
That's really good. We're going to retitle this "One Good Thing." Construction.
We had 5. They want to talk about one. Yeah, so
Yeah, and actually that was two. We covered 2.
We did.
We covered the fact that we have more youth getting into the industry, and secondly, pay.
Pay. We talk about pay increase, yeah.
well, let's wrap this one up here.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Part 2 coming up shortly.
Yep.
Stand by.
Check us out online at ProfitDig.com. Please, if you like this video or if you're listening to the audio, please like it wherever you can.
Questions. Please send in questions.
Yeah.
Comments.
Let us know something you want to hear or hear us talk about.
Yes. We want to talk about what you're interested in. So let's do it.
All right.
See y'all.
Appreciate it, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all.
There you go.
Thank you, guys.